5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70 that every senior must know before their next trip. Have you ever wondered whether traveling after 70 is still a good idea? While exploring new places and immersing yourself in different cultures can be exhilarating, there are serious risks that many seniors fail to consider until they are already confronting them. As we age, our bodies and minds undergo changes that can make travel more exhausting, unpredictable, and even hazardous. While some individuals assume they can maintain the same pace they did in their younger years, the reality is that traveling after 70 presents unique challenges that can transform a dream vacation into a stressful or even life-threatening ordeal. In this article, we will reveal 5 critical reasons why traveling after 70 can be risky. From unexpected health emergencies to hidden financial pitfalls that can drain your savings, each point will help you understand the challenges seniors face when they travel. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of why travel at this stage in life requires extra caution and what you can do to stay safe if you still choose to embark on a trip. Stay with me until the end, as the final point on our list is one that many seniors never consider, yet it is one of the most common ways people lose money, time, and peace of mind while traveling. Let's begin. 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. One of the most significant concerns when traveling after 70 is the heightened risk of sudden health issues. As we age, our bodies become more unpredictable, and conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can escalate into emergencies when least expected. While accessing medical care home is relatively straightforward, doing so in an unfamiliar location or worse, a foreign country, can be far more complicated. A minor health issue that could have been easily managed at home can quickly become a serious, even life-threatening situation when you are far from your regular doctor. For many seniors, the risk of medical emergency is not merely theoretical. It is very real. Long flights can increase the likelihood of blood clots, also known as deep vein thrombosis. High altitudes can strain the heart and lungs, particularly for those with pre-existing conditions. Even seemingly minor issues like dehydration or heat exhaustion can have a more severe impact in an unfamiliar climate. Additionally, seniors are more susceptible to infections, meaning exposure to new bacteria and viruses in different locations can lead to unexpected illnesses. Consider the story of James, a 74-year-old who had always loved traveling. He planned a 2-week cruise with his wife, believing it would be a relaxing way to explore new destinations without excessive physical strain. However, on the 4th day of the trip, he began experiencing severe chest pain. The ship's medical staff provided basic care, but he needed urgent hospital treatment. Because they were in the middle of the ocean, he had to wait for an emergency evacuation to the nearest port, delaying treatment by several hours. Fortunately, he survived, but the experience left him shaken. What was supposed to be a dream vacation turned into a terrifying ordeal, one that he later admitted could have been avoided had he considered the risks more carefully. Medical insurance is another critical issue. Many seniors assume their regular health coverage will apply wherever they go, only to discover too late that they are not covered for medical treatment in another country. Without adequate travel insurance, hospital visits, emergency surgeries, and even basic medications can result in exorbitant out-of-pocket costs. Some seniors end up paying thousands of dollars just to receive the care they need while abroad. If you are over 70 and considering travel, consult your doctor first. Obtain a comprehensive health assessment, discuss potential risks, and ensure you have all necessary medications with you. Research the healthcare system at your destination, and if traveling internationally, secure comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergency evacuations and hospital stays. When it comes to health, being prepared can mean the difference between a smooth trip and a disaster. 2. Increased exposure to infections and contaminants. One of the most overlooked dangers of traveling after 70 is the heightened exposure to germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. Crowded airports, packed airplanes, public transportation, and unfamiliar restaurants create environments where bacteria and viruses thrive. For younger travelers, a minor cold or stomach bug might be a temporary inconvenience. But for seniors, these infections can lead to severe complications, hospitalizations, or even long-term health setbacks. A single trip can expose an older adult to more illnesses than they would typically encounter in months at home, and in some cases, their immune system may not be strong enough to fight them off. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens, making it harder to recover from infections. Respiratory illnesses, in particular, pose a significant risk to older adults. Studies have shown that seniors are more likely to develop complications from the flu, pneumonia, and even common colds, especially when exposed to new strains in different parts of the world. Airplanes, in particular, are breeding grounds for germs. Passengers are often packed closely together, breathing recycled air for hours at a time. Since people from all over the world pass through airports daily, it is easy to encounter viruses your body has never been exposed to before. Food and water safety are also major concerns. Many travelers are eager to try new foods in different countries. But for seniors, unfamiliar ingredients, spices, and cooking methods can lead to digestive distress. Food-borne illnesses like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella can hit older adults much harder, leading to prolonged illness, dehydration, and a severely weakened immune system. While locals may have built immunity to certain bacteria in their water supply, travelers often lack the same protection. Something as simple as drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can result in serious stomach infections. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, and rental cars are other places where germs linger. Many people assume that because a place looks clean, it is safe, but surfaces like doorknobs, seat belts, and tray tables are rarely disinfected as thoroughly as they should be. Seniors who rely on mobility aids like canes or walkers are at even greater risk, as they frequently touch public surfaces for balance. To protect themselves, seniors should take extra precautions when traveling, wearing a mask in crowded areas, washing hands frequently, and carrying hand sanitizer can help reduce the risk of picking up harmful germs. Drinking only bottled or filtered water, avoiding raw foods in unfamiliar places, and sticking to well-cooked meals can help prevent foodborne illnesses. For those traveling internationally, getting recommended vaccines and carrying essential medications for stomach issues or respiratory infections is a must. Staying healthy while traveling is possible, but it requires vigilance, preparation, and a strong immune system. 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Traveling may seem exciting, but for seniors over 70, the physical toll can be far greater than anticipated. Long flights, early check-ins, unpredictable schedules, and hours of walking can lead to exhaustion that is difficult to recover from. Unlike in younger years, when a good night's sleep can recharge the body, older adults often find that fatigue lingers for days or even weeks after a trip. When the body is tired, everything else suffers. Immune function weakens, coordination worsens, and the risk of illness or injury skyrockets. One of the biggest issues seniors face while traveling is disrupted sleep. Sleeping in an unfamiliar bed, dealing with noisy hotels, or adjusting to different time zones can make it nearly impossible to get proper rest. Sleep deprivation is not just about feeling tired. It affects mental sharpness, weakens the immune system, and even increases the risk of heart problems. Studies have shown that seniors who travel across multiple time zones often take longer to adjust, meaning jet lag can last much longer than expected. This lingering exhaustion can turn an otherwise enjoyable trip into a miserable experience, leaving travelers drained instead of rejuvenated. Physical strain is another significant concern. Sitting for long periods on a plane, bus, or train can lead to stiff muscles, swollen joints, and an increased risk of blood clots. For seniors with arthritis or circulation issues, extended travel times can cause discomfort that lasts long after the trip is over. Even once you arrive at your destination, the physical demands of sightseeing, carrying luggage, and keeping up with scheduled activities can quickly become overwhelming. What starts as an exciting vacation can quickly turn into a struggle just to keep up. Consider the case of Richard, a 75-year-old man who had always loved traveling. After retirement, he and his wife planned a 2-week vacation overseas, assuming it would be just as enjoyable as their trips in earlier years. However, after a 10-hour flight, navigating a crowded airport, and adjusting to a 6-hour time difference, Richard felt exhausted before the trip had even begun. By the second day, he had trouble walking long distances, struggled to stay alert during tours, and found himself needing frequent breaks. By the time he adjusted, it was almost time to head back home, and he spent the following weeks recovering from the trip instead of enjoying as memories. Maintaining a usual diet and hydration levels is another challenge. Many destinations offer unfamiliar foods that can cause digestive issues, and staying hydrated while on the move is often overlooked. Dehydration alone can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, making even simple activities feel like a struggle. Combined with poor sleep and physical strain, it is easy to see why many seniors feel worse after a trip rather than refreshed. If travel is unavoidable, seniors should plan plenty of rest days, stay hydrated, and avoid overloading their schedule with back-to-back activities. Taking shorter flights with layovers to move around, packing nutritious snacks, and making time for naps can also help reduce exhaustion. Most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting travel plans accordingly is crucial. A vacation should be enjoyable, not something that takes weeks to recover from. For higher risk of falls and injuries, one of the most significant dangers of traveling after 70 is the increased risk of falls and injuries. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline, making us more vulnerable to accidents. While a minor stumble at home might not seem like a big deal, a fall while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar place, can lead to broken bones, serious hospital stays, or even permanent mobility issues. A single fall can change the course of seniors' life, turning what was meant to be a relaxing trip into a painful and costly ordeal. Travel environments can be vastly different from what seniors are accustomed to. Hotels, cruise ships, and historic sites often have uneven floors, poorly lit staircases, or slippery surfaces that increase the risk of falling. Some destinations have little to no accessibility accommodations, meaning simple activities like stepping onto a bus or walking on cobblestone streets can become unexpected hazards. In many places, emergency medical services are not as fast or advanced as they are back home, meaning even a minor injury can take longer to treat, increasing the risk of complications. Take the case of Linda, a 78-year-old woman who had always dreamed of visiting Europe. She was in great shape for her age and walked regularly in her neighborhood without any problems. However, when she arrived in Italy and started navigating the steep, uneven streets, she quickly realized it was not as easy as she thought. One evening, as she stepped off a curb in a dimly lit alley, she lost her footing and fell hard, breaking her hip. She was rushed to a local hospital, where doctors told her she needed surgery. Not only did she have to cut her trip short, but she also spent months in recovery after returning home. What was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime turned into an experience she wished she had never taken. Fatigue is another major factor. Traveling often involves long days, irregular meal schedules, and disrupted sleep patterns, all of which can affect balance and coordination. When the body is tired, reaction times slow down, making a misstep or stumble more likely. For seniors with arthritis or joint pain, long walks through airports, train stations, or tourist sites can cause swelling and discomfort, increasing the risk of a sudden loss of stability. To reduce the risk of falls, seniors should choose destinations with good accessibility, avoid high-risk areas with uneven terrain, and always wear proper footwear. Walking sticks, supportive shoes, and staying well-rested can also make a big difference. Above all, recognizing personal limitations is key. No trip is worth sacrificing your long-term mobility and independence. 5. Travel insurance and financial risks. One of the most unexpected dangers of traveling after 70 is not just about health. It is about the financial risks that come with it. Many seniors assume that if they encounter a problem while traveling, they can rely on their insurance or personal savings. However, the reality is that travel-related medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and even financial scams can drain a person's bank account faster than they realize. For many seniors, a single unexpected event can turn a well-planned trip into a financial nightmare, leaving them with overwhelming expenses and stress. One of the biggest financial risks is medical care abroad. Many seniors do not realize that their regular health insurance often does not cover treatment in foreign countries. This means that if you fall ill or get injured while traveling, you could be responsible for thousands of dollars in medical bills. Even in countries where healthcare is more affordable, emergency medical evacuations, such as being airlifted to a proper hospital, can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without the right travel insurance, seniors could find themselves in a situation where they either pay an enormous bill out of pocket or go without the care they need. Trip cancellations are another significant issue. Many seniors book trips months in advance, assuming they will be in good health when the time comes. However, life is unpredictable, and health conditions can arise suddenly, requiring a trip to be postponed or canceled altogether. Unfortunately, many airlines, hotels, and cruise lines have strict policies that do not allow refunds for last-minute cancellations, meaning seniors can lose thousands of dollars if they have to change their plans. Without proper trip insurance, recovering that money can be nearly impossible. Beyond medical costs and cancellations, there's another serious financial risk: scams and fraud. Seniors are often targeted by scammers who prey on travelers using tactics like fake taxi services, overcharging for simple goods, or even elaborate schemes designed to steal credit card information. Many scammers specifically look for older adults who seem unfamiliar with their surroundings, knowing they are less likely to notice a scam happening in real time. In some cases, criminals take advantage of seniors by offering fraudulent vacation deals that turn out to be nothing but an expensive trap. Consider the case of George, a 76-year-old man who had always been careful with his money. He booked a dream vacation to a tropical island, making sure to save up for every part of the trip. However, when he arrived, he realized the hotel he booked did not exist. He had fallen for an online scam, and by the time he figured it out, his money was gone. With nowhere to stay, he had to scramble to find another hotel, paying double what he had budgeted just to have a place to sleep. What should have been a relaxing trip became a stressful financial mess that followed him home. To protect themselves, seniors should always check if their health insurance covers international travel. If it does not, they should invest in a solid travel insurance plan that includes medical emergencies and trip cancellations. When booking a trip, use only reputable companies and avoid deals that seem too good to be true. Be extra cautious with money while traveling. Avoid carrying large amounts of cash. Be mindful of who has access to your credit card information, and never trust strangers with personal financial details. Final thoughts. We have explored 5 major reasons why traveling after 70 comes with serious risks. Risks that many seniors do not consider until they are facing them firsthand. From unexpected health emergencies and injuries to exhaustion, infections, and financial pitfalls, each of these challenges can turn what should be a relaxing vacation into an overwhelming, even dangerous experience. While travel may seem like an exciting way to spend retirement, the reality is that after a certain age, it requires much more planning, caution, and awareness than it did in younger years. However, this does not mean seniors should never travel. Instead, it means that for those over 70, the way they approach travel must change. Instead of exhausting long-haul flights, stressful tours, and risky destinations, it may be better to choose closer, safer options that do not put as much strain on the body. Exploring local attractions, taking shorter trips, or focusing on destinations that provide easy access to medical care can make a significant difference in safety and enjoyment. Travel should enhance life, not create new problems that linger long after the trip is over. If you or a loved one is considering travel after 70, take a moment to think about the potential challenges. Is your health stable enough to handle the trip? Do you have the right travel insurance to protect against financial risks? Have you chosen a destination that is safe and accessible for your needs? These questions may not seem exciting to ask, but answering them honestly could prevent unnecessary stress and hardship down the road. At the end of the day, longevity is not just about adding years to life. It is about ensuring those years are lived with quality, independence, and peace of mind. If avoiding unnecessary travel means staying healthier and safer, then it is worth reconsidering the risks before booking that next flight. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. If you enjoyed this article and found it helpful, please subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for reading, and we look forward to seeing you in the next article.